Oh, yes. I try to keep track of everybody, but...
It's a hard thing.
Yes.
It's a hard job. I have a son, Jesse's age, and a daughter, Mary's age, or son, Mary's age. That was a preschool we got.
Dear God, thank you for these friends. Thank you for these co-workers. Thank you for John and Kathy. Thank you for this wonderful food. And thank you for sending your son. Amen. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Zoom in on John. You're almost there. Not taking a beat while eating.
Looks real good.
Thank you.
That worked out good.
But then what would you expect?
Oh, yeah.
I got one at 7, going down to 8, and I got one at 10 at the old one. Megan is to be in 6th grade. She's going to be 12 in August. She's 11. And Joey's going to be in 2nd grade. He's 7. I know, I got
All the rest of the
You don't know. Now it's just
nobody for curriculum, nobody for adult education, nobody for set up programs.
Okay, here we go.
I think the show's in there.
It's coming. They're getting up their courage. I know, isn't it
Scary. She's dressed like a nun. You all are fooling me, you're all nuns. That's a bad habit to get into. sight you'll never see again.
That's right.
Are you rolling? I need to cut.
Go ahead, just cut through. Doesn't matter. It's more realistic that way. Don't worry about it.
They're good.
That is blackmail material. Now, the only question, Joe, is can we get a copy of that before the appreciation bank?
Look at the strings up there that I tied today.
That was dark. That was cute. What did you notice the chair? Yes, so I can't repeat. Yes!
I was missing. I was getting. You have too many hits.
Get it now?
Yeah.
Everybody should.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
You know how I love to go home with goodies from all our workshops and seminars, so I've included copies of my book report slash speech that I prepared for you this evening. The book I felt would impact your performance in the PSR classroom the most is Communicative Alternatives to Challenging Behavior, or Integrating Functional Assessment and Intervention Strategies by Riley and Wacker. Copies right here for you. Okay, or would you rather roast Johnny? Well, we have no choice, then we roast Johnny. But that's there just in case anybody.
I want steak.
Oh, steak, medium rare?
Have you ever seen this one before? I
She didn't say she was going to like
Okay. One of the first things I remember about John Mullany is that he is a prayer. It was in church at the ceremony celebrating the closing of another successful PSR year that I first saw John. Several catechists and myself were seated in church, awaiting the entrance of Marge Schumer and the commencement of activities. John was kneeling directly behind us. I guess he was asking for divine guidance, anticipating the joy he would experience here at JNL. I remember being impressed with the depth of his concentration and the sincerity apparent on his face. I felt an intruder. Being the social being I am, I immediately returned to the erstwhile sharing of fellowship that we as catechists are known to share. It did not even occur to me that this pious man would be the new DRE who would cause such tremendous changes in my parish PSR program and personal life. Now, John's version of his first encounter with his JNA catechist, he describes the same moment in time and involves the same characters, but of course it's from a man's point of view and plus it's a little tainted with mine. John came aboard with good solid ideas and great determination, which his namesake, the Baptist, has blessed him with. He endeavored to build a strong foundation of faith-filled catechists to lead the people of Christ closer to their God. He brought his giftedness, effort, and enthusiasm to an already good PSR program. The excellence of our PSR program today is attributable to the hard work modeled by John and mirrored in his catechists. John's faith in Christ's followers answering his divine call to service has brought his insight and vision to fruition. John is a true character, a green one in fact. His impish appearance, mischievous demeanor, and sense of humor call to mind the image of a leprechaun. His presence has added color to our world and dimension to our worldview. He has given us wisdom, sage advice, and challenge. He has presented us with opportunities for personal and professional growth. He has offered gratitude, sought our good counsel, and chided us, when necessary, through gentle redirection and suggestion. John's presence has been felt everywhere within our parish because he has been a true director of religious education and has attempted to spread the gospel throughout. The first disciples did not always meet with success in succor, just as today's disciples of Christ do not. His staunch, unfailing defense of our PSR program and children has never wavered, despite the brutal slings and arrows sent against him. He has stood alone amidst bias and bigotry. He has wholeheartedly supported attempts to bridge the gulf and heal the wounds caused by ignorance, prejudice, and misunderstanding. He has even brought basketball to parent meetings in an effort to build community. God's call to John to help build a community of Christian believers has led him to mission elsewhere. He leaves behind an example of dedication and zeal. In his stead, we, those left behind again, will forge on, creating new pathways rooted in the foundation built by Sister Bernadette, Marge Schimmer, and John Valenti. Trusting in God's wisdom, John, know that we have grown because your path crossed ours. You take with you on your life's journey our hearts and prayers. Go with God, John, and God bless.
Hey, don't let the door hit you when you're up there.
It's been fun.
All this by Vicky Alvarito.
Vicky sold it.
Are you serious? You sold it?
Oh.
That's
Who
so
sold it?
beautiful.
Vicky.
Just 1 minute.
I turned it off. It was off.
Okay, well, I've got a tape to blackmail all you.
But we're not going down the Bible Belt. No, we're we got job security here. How many have we been through? We're here, you're not. And now, on to the main event, honoring Kathy.
It's okay, we'll be kind.
Be gentle. John wants a blanket. Yes. Okay, humble silliness. Humble silliness is a side of Kathy Ford seldom seen, but it is there. We see Kathy supportive of her catechist in all the little things and the big things she does for us. For instance, coffee for catechists who might need a little coffee kick during class, and always seeming to know or willing to find out answers to a multitude of questions right before PSR is about to begin. She is a great facilitator, always knowing who, what, when, where, and how. Even she doesn't always know why. Kathy gives solid advice based on the Master's teachings. She is always there as a great support, a tremendous resource from liturgy to crayons. Kathy is like a shadow. She is even more comfortable behind the scenes than in the limelight. Since you've been such an inspiration and support to all of us, we thought it only fitting to send you off with a support package all your own.
John's jealous.
A light bulb for all your bright ideas. And a notepad on which to write them down. Pacifiers, 4 of them. 1 for teachers, 1 for parents, 1 for students, and 1 for John.
Well, she's usually saying put a sock in there.
Tylenol. We are sure you will need this after all the pacification and headaches. Jawbreakers. When all else fails, try jailbreaking. The candy. Right. Erasable pens and whiteouts to correct all our mistakes. Post-it notes. These are to keep us posted. Okay, these are to keep us These are to keep us posted and up to date on all the changes, happenings, and information we need. Stapler, for when things start to come apart and you can put them back together again. And all this takes place while you are on the phone. And last but most important, your very own supply of toilet tissue. You have to say why. Yes, we love you and wish you good things and wish good things for you. And as a remembrance of our evenings spent together and a lasting token of our appreciation, enjoy our loving gift and remember us always as we will remember you. We love you. I'll read this out loud. As you go on to new places and new faces, remember this. All the old faces at the old places will never forget you. Thank you. You are wonderful group of people, friends, catechists, fellow disciples. You are generous to a fault, kind to a fault, really Christ-like. It's a pleasure to know every one of you. I have to be. That's true. No pressure. She doesn't get under the table, is she? What? Yeah. It's beautiful. Tonight, I was funning about, I think, the butterfly, the heart, the cross. This is more beautiful. Thank you very much. Well, should we put some funny music on or something? We could do the duck dance. We could do the duck dance or hokey pokey. We can hokey pokey.
Oh, I know how to hokey pokey. Those first don't be there. Come on in, I don't
Or you can wear that jacket with your blanket.
That's easier to mail.
Yes, go ahead. Not till I finish my book review.
I just had a story I wanted to share with you.
All right, another John story.
And considering the fact that it's my last story,
We don't believe that. That's right.
thank you all for tonight. It's more than anybody could ask. On behalf of Kathy and myself and Janice for her contribution as well. You guys know that you are the hardest working volunteers in a Catholic church, and certainly at St. Joachim Man. You go far beyond what most people do, but I also know that you experience the joy of it even more so. You care about... You care more about people than, you care about people that a lot of people don't care about. And that makes you not only a Bible ministry, but a very life-giving ministry. And this is a story that I heard recently that just reminded me so much of you. It seems that back in 1968 or so, when the Vietnam War was going on, there was a very wealthy family on the East Coast whose father, the father in the house and the son, collected art together. And I mean, we're talking really nice art. We're talking Matisse, Rembrandt, Picasso, very expensive stuff. He had one of the best collections in the world. The young man was drafted in the Vietnam War, and the father was very sad to see him go. It was his only son, but off he goes. About 3 months later, he got a telegram that said that his son was missing in action, and they didn't know, if he was killed or what. So he waited for another 3 months before he got final word that yes, his remains were found, and he was indeed killed in action. Father was devastated because it was his only son and very depressed. A few months later goes by, and the young man knocks at the father's door, and he introduced himself. He said, "I knew your son in Vietnam. We served in the same platoon, and I just want to let you know that I was with him the day he died. And he fought bravely, courageously. He took a bullet, and he died." And he said he often talked with me, times we were in the foxhole together, about his relationship with you. And I know you had a very close relationship, and you were very, he just loved you very much. He talked all the time about how you collected art together. And I told him that I was kind of an aspiring artist. He said, "I was wondering if you might have a photograph of him that I can paint a picture, just so that you can remember him and I can remember him." He said, "Fine," and he gave him a picture. And some more time went by, and the young man came back, and he unveiled this portrait of his son, of an oil painting, all framed. And the man thanked him very much because it did remind him of his son, but when the painter friend left, he had to admit that it wasn't a very good painting at all. He wasn't a very good artist. But because it was a portrait of his son, he hung it over the mantelpiece in a very prominent part of the home with lights on it and a nice plaque, and it was very beautiful. A few months later, the father died. And not having any kind of an heir, they decided that they would go ahead and they would auction off all of the paintings. And because he was an internationally known collector of fine art, it created an international desire of museums all over the world to come and auction, try to get these paintings. So the executor of the estate, he stood up in front of this whole group of internationally renowned artists and collectors, and he said, I'm reading the will states that, we should have this auction, but the will says too that we should auction the painting of his son first. And with that, they brought out this painting. And everyone in the room just kind of started snickering because they can tell right away it was a very amateur job and certainly not very desirable. And nobody would bid on it. And the executor said, well, give me $1,000, just in memory of this man and his son, give me $1,000. So one man in the back said, okay, I'll give you $1,000, okay, just for the, and so he gave him the painting, and with that, the gavel went down, said, sold. The auction is now over. Everyone in the room was surprised and said, what do you mean the auction is over? You still have Rembrandt's and Picasso's and Matisse paintings. He said, well, let me read the document. And he unfolded it, and it said, the will of my father is such that he who accepts my son inherits everything. And with that, the entire collection was given to the man who bought the painting for his son.
Touche.
That's what you... That's what you remind me of. You take those that not everyone considers valuable. And because you do, you inherit everything.
Nuns,
We
Carol.
already did that thing around the table. Okay, now Amy comes with her. We don't have to do it. Amy comes with her. All of these charming little children. Here they are, so you can take them with you.
Hey! Let this
There's only 5 pieces.
Can't go home now.
Hey,
We got you covered. Pardon? Oh yeah. Lots.
Go ahead.
I've got it right there. You might watch John's movie come back in the door. It's locked. From the, from the outside.
Hey, Joe. This isn't on show, is it?
Mhm.
No, it's not really. We're all.
You sure?
Yeah, we're all in. You had it aimed over there. I didn't realize that I was going to be kind of again.
Oh, no.
That's fine. If you think you need it.